Hi, boys and girls. I'm glad that you're watching another video, and I wanted to explain to you expanded notation. So we started looking at that this week, but I wanted to just go back through it on a video. On this side of the column, the right side of the column, you're going to see the standard form. Standard form is just basically what the number itself looks like with these actual numerals. And then over here is the expanded notation, which we wanted to focus on. Looking at the standard form, they've given it to us on the right side. They've left the expanded notation blank. Our job is to find what the expanded notation is. One of the hints that we've given ourselves is to create our own place value chart, if you will, but instead of just writing ones or tens or hundreds, we're going to write the actual number above. So this is 1, 10 for the tens place, 100, hundreds place, and of course, thousands for the thousands place. We've taught you to do this ever since we were doing number of the day, and the reason for it now is for how easy it makes expanded notation. We were talking in my classroom, anytime you multiply a number times 1, let's say we'll do 4 times 1, you're always going to get that same number. So it'll be 4. We could do 8 times 1. Anytime you multiply a number by 1, you get that same number. Not 1, you're getting the same number you originally multiplied it by. We could do 2 times 1, and we would get the same number we multiplied it by, 2. That's really important when you're thinking about the concept of expanded notation because it will make your whole life easier once you see the expanded notation area. We're going to always start expanded notation with the greatest place value. So you'll start in this case in the thousands place. You'll put a parentheses, and we're not going to close the parentheses yet because we need to see how much room we need. We're going to write 4 because we write the actual number in the place value. So it's a 4. We're trying to tell ourselves and anyone reading what the value of the actual number is. And because it's in the thousands place, the value of it is 4 times 1,000, or 4,000. Now that we've done the first place value in the thousands place, we're ready to add in that second place value, which is a 2 in the hundreds place, or 2 times 100, because once we multiply 2 times 1, we should get the same number. And you'll learn this later on, but anytime you're multiplying by zeros, you get to add on zeros. It's pretty sweet. So the answer would be eventually 200, but let's not focus too much on that. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Okay, now that we've done both the thousands, the hundreds, let's do the tens place. So we need to add in our tens. 8 is it's the number or the numeral in that place value, so you just need to write the number 8 times 10. And really, you don't have to make this harder than it is. I'm sure you're starting to see a pattern. Last but not least, the 4 in the ones place. 4 times 1. When I say you don't have to make it harder than it is, a lot of you are able to notice all I'm doing is taking the number itself and multiplying it times the place value. The number itself, multiply it times the place value. Number itself, multiply it by the place value, and the number itself by the place value. So as you can see, we've created a pattern. 4 times 1,000, 2 times 100, 8 times 10, 4 times 1. Expanded notation, sorry, I forgot to mention this. When we were in my homeroom, we were talking about the word no and what you could do with your arms. Cross your arms. Like, no, you can't come in, or no, you can't pass. And the crossed arms should look like an X or multiply. So expanded notation, you got to remember to multiply. Okay, let's go back. And instead, if they've given us the expanded notation, Let's see if this time we can put it into standard form. I see 5 times 10,000. What you should first recognize is that this number needs to start in the 10,000s place. That means I'm going to draw for myself all the place values with a blank so I don't forget about any one of them. Okay, 5 times 10,000. Let's put a 5 in the 10,000s place. Check it off. We've done it. 9 in the thousands place. Put a 9 in your thousands place. Do you see how it's in the thousands? Check it off. 6 in the hundreds place. 6 in the hundreds place. Check it off. 2 times 10, which is a value of 20, or 2 in the tens place. Check it off. Last but not least, 9 in the ones place, or a value of actual 9. Excellent work. Okay, let's change our color one last time. And the secret word of the week is place value. If you will tell me that secret word, I would love to reward you with some Benfer bucks when you come to school. So remember the secret word. Okay, last one. So we've been given the standard form. This says 5,998. We need to do our trick and write 1, 10, 100, 1,000 above each numeral. This sets us up so well for expanded notation. Always, always, always start in the largest place value. In this case, it's the thousands place. And the number in the thousands place is a 5. So we're going to say 5 times 1,000, which we all know has a value of 5,000. We need to add in that second place value, which is in the hundreds place. And there's a 9 in the hundreds place, so we're going to say 9 times 100, which we know the value of that is actually 900. Add in the third place value, which is in the tens place. There's a 9 there also, so there's 9 times 10, which is a value of 90. Last but not least, add in the ones place, which is 8. 8 times 1. And there you have it. You should be a master now at knowing how to do expanded notation. Good luck.